Welcome back to Last Stop Sports Talk. Today is Sunday, August 31st, 2025, and on this here episode 96, we're finally going to be getting into our Week 1 preview. I'm with Kean Crop and Carson Crop. I'm Cody Crop. So yeah, like I said, we're going to be getting into our 2025 NFL season Week 1 preview. Finally, it is here. Football is upon us. It's exciting. But before we get into that, we got all the latest news around the league, as we do. So some of the biggest news of the week here. Packers acquired edge Micah Parsons from the Cowboys in exchange for defensive tackle Kenny Clark, a 2026 first-rounder, and a 2027 first-rounder. And as Micah Parsons joined the Packers signed him to a 4-year, $188 million contract with $136 million fully guaranteed, making him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history, of course. I mean, that's what every contract does. And that's, obviously $47 million a year.
I want to hear you guys' thoughts, because I'm a loudmouth, and I said in our group chat my thoughts pretty clearly, because I can't keep my mouth shut whenever something big like this happens. So I want to hear what you guys think about this trade.
Yeah, I think that everybody's saying that the Packers got him for super cheap. 2 firsts, they're probably going to be late first, and Kenny Clark. And they're saying that because that's true. This is incredibly cheap for this high level of guy. And they're saying the contract's expensive. It is, but when his contract is up, the last year of his contract, he's going to finally be the same age as TJ Watt now.
Yeah.
And TJ Watt just got that huge contract.
Yep.
So I think it's well worth it. Micah Parsons has been one of the most consistent players year in, year out. I think he hasn't had less than 12 or 13 sacks in a season. And I think this is going to really elevate the Packers defense finally. And I said this a long time ago in the group chat. I don't think Micah Parsons gets enough screen time and popularity because he's on the Cowboys and they've kind of been irrelevant for some time now. Everybody just hates on him in general, but now that he's on the Packers and he's contending for a Super Bowl, I think everybody's going to realize how good he actually is.
Yeah, and with their defense now finally looking up again, bringing in that new DC a year or so ago, I think it's going to be a great fit.
Yeah, it seems like in our group of friends, in our just group that we made the podcast with, I am the Micah Parsons stand, because I've seen firsthand, I guess, like watching every game, like not firsthand, I'm not a general manager or anything on the team, but watching every game every week, Cowboys without Micah Parsons versus Cowboys with Micah Parsons, it's the same impact as TJ Watt has. Like, Cowboys, in terms of defensive EPA, which is expected points added, measures how many points a defense has allowed on a play-by-play basis compared to expecting the team had a before. Okay, comparing the expected points a team had before a play to the expected points they had after the play.
Yep.
So, like, what if you can kind of understand that at all? And whenever Micah Parsons was on the field for the Cowboys were best in defensive EPA. Whenever he was not on the field, they were 6th worst.
Best in the league?
Yes.
Damn.
And I mean, I could see that last year, especially whenever Micah Parsons missed games. I cannot talk today. Used to be recording in the morning. I thought recording at night would be better for my speech. No, it's not better. But Micah Parsons plays a huge impact the same way that TJ Watt does, in that I think that now the pass rush on the Green Bay Packers that has been kind of stagnant because they kind of fumble some draft picks around, and I think that now Rashawn Gary on the other side is going to help get some sacks. Barron Sorrell, a young rookie now, is going to be able to get some sacks the same way that Alex Highsmith and Nick Herbig can, with the help of TJ Watt / Micah Parsons attracting so much attention. I just think this is going to be absolutely huge for the Packers, and now they honestly do look like Super Bowl candidates.
Yeah, well, that's what we said. It's like they got him, and we're like, well, they're legit contenders now.
Yeah.
They're top contenders, no joke. And, that's the difference Micah Parsons can make, man. And for the Cowboys, they probably could have got more if they tried or should have, but, like, they weren't going to win a Super Bowl with him. No. They aren't going to win one without him. So, like.
Cowboys are going to be in some shootouts now.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen people saying that the Cowboys are now the Bengals of the NFC.
Ooh. That is true.
Dak is going to be throwing it a lot because their running backs are 100%. Also terrible.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Buy in on Cowboys receivers and Turd Ferguson this year for fantasy.
Turd.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's go through some cuts from the cut down day, which was the 26th of August. And not all of these are complete cuts. Obviously, some guys are just placed on their team's practice squad, but they all did not make the 53-man. So let's get into the Patriots cut wide receivers Kendrick Bourne and Javon Baker. Inside offensive lineman Cole Strange, Layden Robinson,
CD So,
sorry. And
No.
offensive tackle DeMontre Jacobs.
No, see, I only put these guys on here because I just wanted to show the impact that Mike Vrabel is having. He's building his team the way he wants. Because let me go through this.
Yeah.
Javon Baker was a 2024 fourth-round pick.
Yeah.
Cut. Meaning last year he was drafted in the fourth round.
Mm-hmm.
Cole Strange was a 2022 first-round pick.
Yep.
He never should have been a 2020. He
Sure,
never
definitely
should have been a
not,
first-round pick, but still. Layden Robinson, last year's 2024 fourth round. The CD So, 2023 fourth-round pick as well, and then DeMontre Jacobs started a lot of games for them. This whole offensive line looks different. Mike Vrabel has come in and built this team the way that he wants, and I love it. It's looking a lot like Sean Payton. If you are ass, we're kicking you out, and I love it.
Pretty much, yeah, me too. Dolphins cut corner Mike Hilton. The Browns cut quarterback Tyler Snoop Huntley and wide receiver Deontay Johnson. The Steelers cut wide receiver Robert Woods, corners Beanie Bishop Jr. and James Pierre.
Sad. It's
Sad for
man.
Beanie, man.
Yeah, sad for Beanie. I'm honestly surprised that Bobby Trees did not make this team.
I am too, honestly.
I'm not.
Well, I mean, good blocker, and I figured Art would love that.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
And also, the cornerbacks just show that the room has completely changed.
Yeah,
the cornerback room has
100%.
completely changed because those guys were starters last year.
Yeah.
and that's good that they're not anymore.
True. Definitely.
Yeah, sad as it is.
Yeah.
Texans cut corner Arthur Mollett and safeties Jalen Mills and Russ Yeast.
This also just shows
huge.
It shows the depth that the Texans have.
Yeah, that's massive.
Because
Arthur Mollett.
and they're also trusting big time in Jalen Smith, one of their rookies that they have. They only kept like 4 corners. Obviously, it's Stingley, Lassiter, one of the guy that I'm blanking on right now. Petrie plays in the slot, so he's basically their third corner, and then Jalen Smith. So that's basically what I wanted to highlight here.
Yeah, they're deep.
Yes, they're deep, and they're going to be a very good defense.
Yep. Colts cut tight end Jelani Woods and corner Juju Brents, and then Jelani Woods was signed by the Jets and Brents was signed by the Dolphins.
Nice.
Titans cut wide receiver Xavier Restrepo, Cam Ward's running buddy.
Yeah,
Running
I think
mate.
this guy was a top 10 wide receiver in this class, and everybody's disrespecting him. I mean, that's
Top 10 is
top 10.
debatable, for sure.
We'll see. He's
Yeah.
got to get elevated at some point because Tyler Lockett's probably going to get hurt.
Or retire again.
Retire again. Yeah.
Broncos cut running backs Audric Estime, small fiddle, please, and Blake Watson.
Yeah, those ones hurt just for our draft, our scouting abilities, because we loved me and Cody loved Audric Estime, and me and Carson loved Blake Watson, and now they're both not on the team. So that's sad.
Yeah, sad. Chargers cut quarterback Taylor Heineke and running back Raheem Sanders, and then Sanders was signed by the Browns.
This just shows that Trey Lance has won the backup job. He actually looked good in preseason.
Didn't look bad.
Didn't look bad, that's for sure.
That's all I wanted to highlight here. And also, Raheem Sanders, I think, is also a good running back, and it is important that he is on the active roster for the Browns, I think.
Yep.
He might be better than Quinshaw Judkins.
He might be better than Dylan Sampson.
That's true as well.
He might be the best running back on the team.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be. Giants cut quarterback Tommy DeVito. And he was signed by the Patriots.
Yeah, he's going to turn into Tom Brady. So.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. He's got the same name. The Eagles cut wide receivers Anais Smith and Terrace Marshall Jr.
Meaning that this is now Jahan Dotson and who did they just trade for? Damn it. Blank.
Texans, John Mechie.
John Mechie, yes.
the third.
Yes.
I thought they were loving Anais Smith, too. They
thought so.
were using the hell out of him in preseason. They were loving him. I don't know.
They love
Just
Mechie
testing them
more.
out.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Commanders cut wide receivers Michael Gallup, KJ Osborne, and River Craycraft.
This is huge as well. These first two guys are some names that
Those are
actually
names.
used to do something.
Yeah.
River used to have a fairly significant role in the Dolphins, at least
they
for
love
special teams. So I guess this is
They're deep.
a pat on the back to Luke McCaffrey.
Yes. Jalen Lane.
And Jalen Lane, yeah.
Because Noah Brown is still hurt. Because, right now they have 4 healthy receivers. It is obviously McLaurin and Samuel, and then Luke McCaffrey and Jalen Lane.
Yeah.
Crazy. The Lions cut quarterback Hendon Hooker and offensive tackle Dan Skipper.
Hendon
That
Hooker.
poor Skip, man.
Can't believe they
Can't believe
cut
they cut
Skipper.
Skip.
Well, I saw that they cut Skipper because he's a loyal veteran and they needed a spot to put someone on the IR, so they just cut him and they're just going to bring him back right away.
They freaking better bring back
because-
They
Skip.
better bring
Because they know he's loyal, so if he gets offers from other teams or whatever, then he'll deny him because he knows that. I guess he was just doing a favor for the team. I don't know if he's back on the team.
That
yet, if
makes
was
sense.
just-
Skip would do that.
I saw he's at least on the practice squad.
Oh, okay. I saw they were going to bring him right back to the team, but maybe
They
that
probably
was-
will.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Then who's there for quarterback now?
Jared Goff?
backup.
Kyle Allen won the backup job.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Okay.
is
Yeah.
won or more like didn't lose.
Probably
Yeah.
didn't
It's
lose.
yeah.
Yeah. Hooker didn't look good.
Yeah. Falcons cut wide receivers Chris Blair and Nick Nash.
Nick Nash, man.
Nick Nash.
I wanted to highlight this depth chart, too, because it's kind of disgusting.
Well,
so, obviously,
yeah,
Donald Mooney is there. He's hurt. Drake London is the wide receiver 1. Ray McLeod is in the slot. Then after those guys, they did keep Casey Washington. He's probably going to start outside. Yeah, exactly. Second-year, fifth-round guy out of Illinois. Sixth round, sorry. Even worse. Out of Illinois, as the outside receiver, is probably going to be the starter. Kadeo Hodge is always a dog, whether that be special teams or offense. They also kept Jamal Agnew.
Special teams?
Yes, and literally Ray McLeod just trying to recreate him as like a backup Ray.
Yeah.
The same guy. And then they also kept one more wide receiver. His name is David Sills V.
Oh!
He's been a staple on the Giants' backups for years. Yeah.
Interesting.
Which I don't – yes. So that wide receiver depth chart is kind of gross.
Yeah.
Kind of like, and like makes you wonder why they throw apples in some salads with ranch on them.
True.
You know what I mean? It's like I don't know why you kept that in there, but it's kind of good.
Kind of not bad, yeah.
It's kind of not bad, yeah.
Sure.
Kind of refreshing.
It's like you put raisins in your chicken salad. Yeah.
Oh, that's about you. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, the Buccaneers cut wide receiver Trey Palmer and defensive tackles Desmond Watson and C.J. Brewer. Trey Palmer was signed by the Saints.
What the heck, man?
I know.
First of all, Trey Palmer, he showed a lot of promise in his first year, at least as an explosive guy.
Yep.
And now the Saints sign him as pretty much a V2 of what's his name? The
Mason Tipton?
No.
Yes.
Mason Tipton.
Yes, Mason Tipton.
And I thought you were trying to say the long.
That guy runs
MVS.
Yeah.
Mason Tipton.
Oh, MVS, yeah. And then Desmond Watson, I guess he couldn't lose enough weight or whatever. And then C.J. Brewer, I thought he was a fairly high draft pick.
Me too.
No, I only put him on here because he was a guy who I got a signature right here.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice.
But yes, Dez is the 460-pound behemoth that I wish.
435 now, I think.
Damn, so slim.
Wow. Massive.
Yeah.
The Saints cut running backs Cam Akers and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Wide receivers Donovan Peoples-Jones and Dante Pettis.
Yeah, let me go through their running back depth chart because it's
Man,
also...
I feel like the Saints are so bad they should have probably kept everyone.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. That's why I highlighted
cutting
these guys.
Are those two former first-round running backs, or was Cam Akers second round?
Second.
Cam was second. Was Clyde first?
Yeah,
Clyde was
last
end of the first.
pick,
Last
yes.
pick, yeah.
But their running back depth chart is obviously Alvin Kamara. After them, they decided to keep Kendra Miller. I thought that guy was like hated.
Yeah.
They love that guy for some reason.
Their third running back is Velus Jones Jr., former return guy and wide receiver.
Nice.
And then Devin Neal. They kept him too.
Okay.
Devin Neal might end
rookie.
up being the starter next year.
Yeah.
Could be.
And then their wide receivers are Chris Olave, Brandon Cooks, Rashid Shaheed. And after them, it is Trey Palmer. Mason Tipton's still there for some reason. Yeah. Probably because he went to Yale and smart guy in the room.
Yeah,
smart. And then they also obviously traded for Devon Vele. So
interesting.
that is their sixth that they're rolling with.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
This is all very interesting.
Yeah.
Football season, baby. The Rams cut linebacker Chris. Is Pooh Paul?
Yeah,
they cut Pooh Paul Jr.
That's Pooh Paul. I know.
No words. I didn't want him in LA anyways, so please go somewhere else, Pooh.
He's on the practice squad in Seattle.
That's
okay.
Debatably worse.
Yeah.
In Seattle?
They're both terrible towns.
Yeah.
Terrible cities.
Well,
Seattle was the one where like they formed their own community and basically like
I thought it was Portland.
rebelled. Oh.
Both in Oregon.
Oh,
no, not in Oregon.
No. Well, Seattle's even worse than LA, I think.
I
don't
feel
know.
like Washington.
I don't know,
State,
dude.
Though.
It is, but
Washington's beautiful state.
But the town of Seattle, you want to avoid like the flu.
I haven't really heard that too much.
That's because they're keeping it a secret because they want to suck you in.
Okay, sure.
They actually,
good luck, Pooh Paul.
Yeah, they actually cut Pooh Paul Jr. I wanted to highlight this in favor of UDFA linebacker Sean Dolak out of the University of Buffalo. He was the 2024 FBS tackling leader. He had 168 total tackles over 13 games.
Oh my gosh.
And 5 picks.
It's about 13 tackles a game.
Yeah.
Close.
I think they were just on defense a lot because the second leading tackler in FBS was another linebacker from Buffalo.
Oh, no.
It was like 168 and 154. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, my God.
Did nobody else tackle?
Holy
was
cow.
it 11 on 2?
That's insane.
Anyways, I need Pooh Paul to get promoted.
Yeah, come on, Pooh Paul. The Seahawks cut wide receivers MVS, Marcus Valdez-Scantling, and Ricky White III. MVS was then signed by the 49ers.
Of course.
This is because Torrey Horton.
Yeah.
Torrey Horton actually showed out and showed like
Yeah.
his sophomore year, junior, whatever it was, the year before he got drafted.
Yeah, sophomore, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, he is now going to be like their intermediate to deep receiver, and I think that He's set up for a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, sure is.
All right, a couple position battles we got here. The Saints have named Spencer Rattler as their starting QB for Week 1 over Tyler Shuck.
I predicted this. It wasn't a hot take. It was really lukewarm.
Yeah,
But I was
because it's like, these aren't really.
Yes.
I was curious. So I
Who's
looked
going
at
to lose the job?
Yes.
I looked at the game Spencer Rattler started last year, and I think he lost by an average of like 23 points. so they weren't like amazing teams either, but they weren't bad teams. Like he played Tampa Bay twice, the Raiders once, and then I think he got beat by someone else by like 40.
New season, Spence.
New season. I only said this that I thought he was going to be a starter because Spencer Rattler was our QB9 in the 2024 draft, and that was a better quarterback class.
Oh, yeah.
And Tyler Shuck was our quarterback 13 in the 2025 draft class, and this quarterback class sucked. So that should say something that Rattler's better. So.
Yep. And the Falcons safety Xavier Watts has been declared as a starter alongside Jesse Bates. Boom! And the Falcons have also declared Billy Bowman Jr. as a starting slot corner. That's exciting.
Xavier Watts is going to be the best center fielder in the MLB.
Boom. Said it.
We love both these guys.
We love both.
Billy Bowman's going to be the best spider monkey in Charlotte's Web.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, this safety class was so good. I was looking at the Saints. I was looking at this. I'm a sicko, so I was looking at the Saints depth chart earlier, right? And I saw. The Frenchman.
Jonas Sanker.
Jonas Sanke.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in there. I'm like, oh, man.
So good.
It's so set up.
I saw the one out of Ohio State make a play in preseason. I was like, damn.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Sawyer?
No. The safety.
Oh, Lathan Ransom.
Yes.
Ransom, yes.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yep.
Such a good safety class, man.
Yep.
All right, let's get into some unfortunate news section here. The injuries. The Falcons' right tackle, Caleb McGarry, has been placed on injured reserve and will miss the entire 2025 season with a lower leg injury. And the Falcons' backup offensive tackle, Storm Norton, has been placed on short-term IR and will miss the first 4 games with an ankle injury.
At first glance, you may think this is bad, but then you think about it even more, and it's actually even worse than you think because Michael Penix is left-handed. So this is actually his blind side.
Yeah, it is.
Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
Yep.
It's actually, whatever you think it's bad, it's actually terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Oh, no.
There's swing tackle who has an awesome name, Storm Norton.
Of course.
I might name my kid Storm one day.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the fact that you
He's
have
also
your
hurt.
top 2 right tackles gone.
All right, so first 4 games. What's his name starting? Not Penix. Kirk. Kirko starting the first 4 games.
Sacrifice him.
This really is like the MLB. We need a right-handed thrower.
We do. We need a right-hander here to start.
I think the truth of the matter is that they're just going to run the hell out of the ball to the left.
Oh, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
And they're going to be good at
Kind of
it.
like the Dolphins, except they're not good at it.
True. Some other notable short-term IR guys / NFI / the pup, and so basically meaning they all have to miss at least the first 4 games of the season. Steelers quarterback Will Howard, unfortunate. Texans running back Joe Mixon. Titans running back Tajay Spears. 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. Packers wide receiver Christian Watson. Panthers wide receiver Jalen Coker. Saints QB tight end do-it-all guy Taysom Hill. Commanders offensive line Sam Cosmi. Dolphins right guard Liam Eichenberg. Lions defensive tackle Aleem McNeil. Cardinals defensive tackle Walter Nolan. And Bills corner Maxwell Hairston. And Cowboys corner Siobhan Rebel Jr.
Some big pieces there.
Yeah, lots of big
Sam
pieces.
Cosmi, for one, that sucks.
Yeah.
It is
Commanders.
helpful they brought in Laramie Tunsil, but Sam Cosmi was maybe still their best offensive lineman, so that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jalen Coker was kind of like most of these were expected. Jalen Coker was kind of like a last-minute one. Like, that injury just happened, like, this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had him in my bet, and now I can't, so.
Yeah.
And then, of course, one of the Titans' only good offensive pieces,
Yep.
Of course.
Hurt.
Yep.
And then some rookies, but
Yeah.
I think some of them were expected. Like, wasn't Maxwell from the Bills? Maxwell,
Yeah.
he was slightly
They were
dinged up
in multiple
going in.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They expected
that was
this.
expected,
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some trades. The Vikings acquired wide receiver Adam Thielen, a 2026 conditional 7th-round pick and a 2027 5th-round pick from the Panthers in exchange for a 2026 5th-round pick and a 2027 4th-round pick. He's
Not
back,
bad.
baby.
Not bad, because they really believed in Jalen Coker in the slot. And
Xavier
Dan
Leggett.
Morgan said that he's starting the slot. He was fired up about it, and then he gets injured. So
Yeah.
I see this move. Get some moving up picks out of it. So.
Yeah, a couple higher picks.
I also really like it for Thielen. He just feels like a Minnesota guy.
He is
I
a
mean, he's
Minnesota
going
guy.
home.
Yeah, actually, he
Coming
is
home.
from like Minnesota because he made it on. He made the original Vikings team the first time he made it into the NFL, like on a tryout.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool that he gets to go home and get back to skiing.
Yeah. Whatever they do.
Yeah,
Sure.
Probably. I don't know. It's snowy up there.
Yeah. The Jags acquired wide receiver Tim Patrick from the Lions in exchange for a 2026 sixth-round pick.
De'Ami Brown, Tim Patrick. Who more do they want?
Parker Washington slander.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing.
Big news here. The Eagles acquired quarterback Sam Howell and a 2026 sixth-round pick from the Vikings in exchange for a 2026 fifth-rounder and 2027 seventh-rounder.
Since all you guys think that we hate Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
Sam Howell's now the best quarterback in this room.
Oh!
Tanner McKee?
Tanner
McKee.
that's true. It's a two-way competition, and
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts isn't involved.
Yeah.
He's top 3, but he's not 1 or 2.
That's awesome.
Speaking of not top 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, Raiders acquired quarterback Kenny Pickett from the Browns in exchange for a 2026 fifth-round pick.
It's because Aiden McConnell had to get wrist surgery, and he's going to miss like the first 8 weeks. After that, he probably gets cut.
Oh, I read this news wrong. Raiders acquired Super Bowl winning
Yes.
quarterback Kenny Pickett from the Browns in exchange for a 2026 fifth-rounder.
Yeah, Sam Howell knew what he was doing going to the Eagles because he saw what Kenny Pickett just did. He's like,
I can go win a ring.
I'm at least on that guy's level.
Yeah.
And he won a ring.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd say. All right, let's finish this section off with some signings. The Commanders and wide receiver Terry McLaurin have agreed to a 3-year, $97 million contract extension with $44.65 million guaranteed.
Carson, what's that per year? Math.
97, 30, 31 and some change.
No.
32,
Yes.
32.3 repeating.
Sure.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. That's not bad. Oh, well, in today's NFL,
That's cheap.
that's pretty cheap. Yeah. I mean, he is pretty old. I think he's just about going on 30.
30.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
I think he's
That's okay.
29, turning 30.
He came into the
That's
NFL like at
young.
like 25.
Or
No,
old,
yeah.
Yeah, he did come in old.
Yeah, because I was looking at if he could make a push for like the Mike Evans 1,000 yards, and then I saw that he came in old. So
Yeah, not quite. The Ravens and safety Kyle Hamilton have agreed to a 4-year, $100.4 million contract extension with $82 million guaranteed, and will make him the highest-paid safety in the league.
well deserved.
Yeah, well deserved.
Should have done 5 years though.
Probably.
Sure.
They got Malachi Starks.
Yes,
Whenever Kyle Hamilton starts getting old, Malachi will be in his prime.
It's true.
That's good guaranteed money too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him. Cowboys and corner Deron Bland have agreed to a 4-year, $92 million contract extension with $50 million guaranteed.
Not as good.
Not as good.
No.
But the pick six king now.
It's true.
That was crazy. Was
Definitely.
that 6 in 1 year?
Yeah, now he's gonna be terrible though. That's
Oh, yeah.
That's always what happens because
Yeah.
to get pick sixes you gotta play risky and then
And you got to have other good defensive pieces around you.
right
And they kind of just shift.
exactly. Yeah, you need someone to put pressure on the quarterback to force the ball out. And once quarterbacks learn your habits, then they're just gonna double move you and you're done. So
It's like Trayvon
You're
Diggs after year
Exactly.
1. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. The Raiders signed wide receiver Amari Cooper to a 1-year, $4 million deal.
He's going home. Well, not home, but first team.
Yeah, first team, yeah.
That's cool.
Dolphins signed corner Rasul Douglas to a 1-year, $3 million deal.
They
Might
need
be the
him.
best
They need
corner
him.
on the team now.
Yeah.
Easily.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
That's even close.
Him and Storm Docker fight.
I didn't realize there were two guys. I obviously knew Storm Duck and I knew Storm Dorton, but I never put 2 and 2 together to make, or 1 and 1 together to make. There's 2 guys in the NFL named Storm.
Yeah.
And they both suck.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Bengals signed inside offensive lineman Dalton Reisner.
He started a lot of years in Minnesota, so like this is a good signing for a Bengals team that the offensive
need-
line is probably gonna look like shit by week 3.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Good chance. The Vikings signed quarterback Carl Wentz.
Just replacing Sam Howell.
Right.
Yep, exactly.
Another one guy who can throw a lot of picks to another guy.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that
He's
Spider-Man
very good.
meme.
Yeah.
Very good at throwing to the other
Just
team.
older. He's just older.
Yeah.
He's
Older.
ginger.
Yep. All right. Week 1 preview time, baby. So we are doing week 1. Well, no. We're doing week previews a little different this year.
We are.
So we'll go through and, of course, talk about the game a little bit and say what game it is. And then we got some new little segments we'll go over. And I'll choose one guy from either team. Just one guy for the game whose motor's been running hot coming into this game.
Big car guy.
Yeah, big car guy here. And who's going to be running hot coming into this game. And then Kean will highlight one guy that's like a sleeper player to watch that's kind of going under the radar.
I'm a sicko, so I want to talk about guys that don't really matter too much.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. And then Carson will give his favorite player prop of the game.
I have an addiction, so
all locks.
Sports betting is kind of my thing.
These are all pretty much guaranteed.
They're all 16 locks.
Yeah, 16 locks coming right at you. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. The first one we got is the Cowboys at the Eagles. Eagles favored 7.5. So I guess I forgot to mention, too, we'll do those three things, and then we'll all do our game picks and move on to the next game. So, Cowboys and Eagles, the guy who I think is running hot here, fresh start to the season, obviously, for all these teams here. So, one guy coming off, obviously, the biggest year of his career, one of the best running back years of all time, probably, Saquon Barkley. I mean, he's going to be fired up, well-rested. Nothing's happened in the offseason. He's healthy coming in. Dude's running hot. He is ready to go and back up his RB1 season from last year.
Yeah, it feels almost idiotic to say that he's got a lot to prove, but there's been a lot of haters like me going after him, the Madden curse, all those believers. Like he's got something to prove. For one thing, to stay healthy.
Yep.
So yes,
He'll be
definitely. Some underappreciated guys to look after. I picked two for this one because we just saw the Micah Parsons trade, right? So somebody's got to get pass rush on the Cowboys. We're talking edge rushers, Marshawn Kneeland and Donovan Ezeraku.
Nice.
So yeah, the 2024 second-round pick in Kneeland and 2025 second-round pick in Ezeraku. Kneeland is a guy who both Cody and I loved. Powerful, high-motor disruptor. Ezeraku, I really liked more than you guys did. He's a savvy pass rush move artist, I believe. These may be the biggest shoes to fill and maybe the biggest go out there and prove yourself opportunity on any team in week one. Because you might have just lost maybe the best defensive player in the NFL. Maybe. I'm not going to – but maybe. So this is a chance to somehow prove Jerry Jones right that maybe great edge rushers do grow on trees in Dallas, which, as I said, very big shoes to fill and maybe isn't going to happen. But these guys are going to get a lot of playing time.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so I actually am putting $5 on every one of these.
Let's go.
Just to ride with you guys because I'm putting my money where my mouth is. That's
16.
$90.
Yep.
All right, okay.
So I'll be up another $90 probably at the end of the week.
Yeah,
so
definitely, yeah.
The first lock, Saquon Barkley, over 12.5 receiving yards at minus 114.
Oh, yeah.
They've advertised they're going to get more involved in the receiving game. Kenneth Gainwell's no longer there for the 2-minute drill. I don't really know how they feel about Will Shipley at the moment. And then there's also no linebacker or safety on the Cowboys that can cover Saquon.
True.
So I think that they're going to stay true to that and throw him the ball in 2-minute warning and just get more involved outside the tackles. So
all it takes is one for him
exactly
to get that much yards. I love
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Game picks.
Game picks. Carson, keep rolling.
Eagles, baby. I'm going Eagles because, well, first of all, the Cowboys are on the road. The Eagles are hot. The Eagles didn't lose that many pieces, and the Eagles just lost Micah, so they really have no defense at all. That is a big spread, and I think the Cowboys are going to be slinging it like crazy, trying to prove something. But I think the Eagles can cover this line.
I'm with you. Eagles here, baby. Don't need to say much else.
I do have fear that the Cowboys, because they will be throwing it so much, and I do trust Dak to sling it. He's proven that he can throw for a lot of yards and still lose close.
Sure.
Which that is my fear. Not that the Cowboys win, but that they lose close.
Yeah, lose close.
But I have to trust the role the Eagles have been on.
Yep. Next game, Chiefs are against the Chargers in Brazil. Chiefs are favored 3. The guy I got coming in hot. He's had a very hot recent time here. Of course, Travis Kelce, man. He is more in love than ever. He wants to go play good for his new fiance in Brazil. I mean, come on, baby. It's going to be magical down there. He's coming in hot to start off this season.
Bet you his new wifey's gonna be wearing the Carnival stuff. You guys ever seen that? It's just like bras and it's just like bras and panties with
pretty much
with like tassels
frilly
on.
Stuff,
the feathers, the bright colors. Looks
Yeah.
like it's literally Mardi Gras, but in Brazil.
Yeah,
As long as they don't wear green.
that's true.
Well, yeah.
Isn't that where you get like mugged for?
That's what
Yeah,
that's what came up last year. Yeah, we can't
Yeah.
have that.
And the NFL said, let's go back down there.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Well, one guy who won't get mugged, right?
right.
That was a good segue.
It was.
Good segue.
You can-
Chargers fullback Scott Matlock, baby. I love that teams are making the fullback great again. This guy's
John Harbaugh or Jim Harbaugh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
6'4", 308-pound ginger steamroller. Oh yeah, he plays. That'd be a dirty sex move.
Instead of Ginger Snap, we could nickname him Ginger Smack.
He's gotta be Irish, right?
Let me read that one more time. 6'4", 308-pound ginger steamroller.
Boom. Ginger
He
Smack.
plays a literally huge role in this Greg Roman run game. It's literally the Pat Ricard role. This is Pat Ricard, but taller. Like, Pat Ricard is not 6'4".
No.
This is literally an offensive lineman playing as your fullback, and I absolutely love it.
Love it.
258 run blocking snaps in 2024, which means that was more than 14 run blocking snaps per game.
Oh
So
my
14 rush attempts per game with a fullback? Hell yeah, brother. Scott Matlock. Ginger Steamroller.
Kind of looks like Max Crosby.
Yeah.
But it also looks like he's ready to go to war.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Viking from the
he is,
movie
yeah.
Brave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
All right, my lock is actually plus 128 because everybody's fading this.
Oh.
But that's Will Dissly over 2.5 receptions.
Okay.
This offense secretly threw the tight end a lot last year. It just isn't well known because the targets were spread out between Hayden Hurst, Will Dissly, Stone Smart, and Will Dissly is the only one remaining on the team. Above Tyler Conklin on the depth chart, as Will Dissly was rested in late preseason, Tyler Conklin was still on the field. But last year,
Wait. Not arrested.
yes,
Rest.
right.
I thought you said
Rested.
arrested. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
there's no way that guy would get
No. Last year with this target competition, Will Dissly had 3 or more catches in 9 of his 16 games played, and I see the Chargers giving him 3 or more receptions in this game as well, as Steve Spagnuolo blitzes a lot and Herbert takes the check down, which is probably going to be Will Dissly, being that neither Omarion Hampton or Najee Harris or Hassan Haskins, whoever is there, is really receiving back.
They're all just
Now,
so big.
Scott Matlock does kind of put a threat to that.
Sure.
But,
in the receiving game? No.
but hopefully Will Dissly still gets 3 receptions because they love tight ends for some reason.
They do.
You're right. They do.
That's a good point. And they really only added Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
And we don't know what Keenan Allen's going to look like.
No.
Another year older, just like we all are.
That's true. That's how it works.
Yeah. Game picks.
Pick them.
I'm going Chargers here. I'm alone on that because the Chiefs win close every single time, it seems. And 3 points, I think the Chargers can cover. Number 1, Rashee Rice isn't there.
Yep.
The Chiefs' go-to guy for Mahomes' receiving yards, or passing yards, sorry. Travis Kelce's got his head in the wrong place, thinking with the wrong head, thinking about engagement.
How much he spent on that ring? I bet it was.
It was a lot, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, they put it out there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Keep going.
Estimates.
Yeah, and I don't think the Chiefs are really ready to play right now. They didn't look great in preseason. And then last year, all year, they just squeaked by through regular season. And I think they have another cold start this year.
They got some new offensive line pieces and some new pieces, and I think they got something to prove because they started so slow last year, and not just pretty much every game, like you said. I got to go Chiefs here.
I'm with you, Cody. I'm going Chiefs as well. It does suck not having your number 1 wide receiver there in Rashee Rice, but Chiefs are now so deep at running back and wide receiver, and the offensive line got better. Chiefs' offense got better. Chargers' defense got worse. That's what it comes down to for me, so I think Chiefs win by more than 3.
Agreed. Next game, Giants at the Commanders. The Commanders are favored 6.5 points. Hot motor guy coming into here would be a rookie from the New York Giants, Abdul Carter. This dude was an absolute animal in college. I can't imagine him being anything different. Wanted to come out and make a statement as wanting to be one of the best defensive players in the league, let alone rushers in the league. So this guy just always plays with a hot motor. Us watching him last year, we said multiple times, we're like, this guy looks like he's playing in fast forward. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I'm sure he's going to come out here on all cylinders, plus turbo, plus supercharger, plus nitrous. Just give him all of it. He is going to be flying around the field, trying to get after
Fast
Jane
and
Daniels.
Furious movies.
Yeah.
You just see everything.
Button, just
Yep.
everything closed. Yeah.
Everything
He's gonna
glows.
shift it about 17 times.
Yep. It's like you're driving a truck.
Yeah.
The sleeper of the game, I'll try this one off for size. Who the fuck is that guy of the game?
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
yeah. Sure.
I think we can swear now that we're on YouTube. I don't know. We'll still try to keep it.
Probably not
pretty
YouTube for
PG.
kids, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I usually don't recommend the video to kids.
Yeah.
That's actually
Only
an
if you
option.
want,
It says,
yeah.
should we recommend this to kids? I say no.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Anyways, Commanders defensive end Dietrich Wise Jr. He spent 8 seasons on the Patriots. He was always quietly one of the team leaders in pressures and sacks. He is now, well, he's always been, well, probably not always, but he's 6'5", 280 pounds.
Probably not always.
I was going to throw his age into there because he is now 31 years old.
Okay, sure, yeah.
But I put his height and weight first and completely messed myself up. But he's a very nice rotational piece who they need to help out in a big way alongside. Their team is very old. So right now their best edge rusher is 36-year-old Von Miller.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Dorrance Armstrong he's a solid rotational guy, but to have him start on your team, it just makes you feel a little nasty.
Yeah. I saw they have like the oldest average team by 3 years or something.
That is absolutely
That's
crazy.
Wow.
And that's with all their young running backs and young quarterback and
Wow.
But anyways, Wise is going to have to play a part in a not exactly stellar group in 2025 where pass rush is as important as ever.
True.
yeah. My lock, it's another minus 114er as all these are going to be unless I say otherwise. That's Theo Johnson over 23.5 receiving yards. There's kind of an asterisk on this one because
There's an ass on it?
Asterisk.
Their asterisk?
Asterisk, yes.
Wow. Asterisk.
Asterisk.
There you go.
Because he is kind of injured right now, but I don't know. They aren't doing a great job of reporting it. So, in his drive with Russell Wilson in preseason, they connected 3 times. And for some reason, the Giants really love this guy and want to get him involved. None of us loved him coming out, but they love him for some reason. So, this line seems incredibly disrespectful at 23.5. I think that's really only got to be really 2 catches for the guy.
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy, yeah.
All right, and
Game
picks.
Yeah, so as much as I do love the Commanders, I got to go Giants here because 6.5 is a huge line, and the Commanders team is just, it's been lacking talent, and I don't know how they keep making it work. Whereas the Giants, on the other hand, have so much talent, and I don't know how they don't make it work. So I think the Giants can cover this spread because Russell Wilson is a veteran quarterback now. He should be able to protect the ball. They have some good running backs. They got a great defensive line, which I think is going to give the Commanders troubles, and the Commanders need to run the ball to win. I think they're going to stop that. So the Giants might even win this game.
I just had to go with Commanders because I can't bring myself to bet on the Giants yet, just because there's too many question marks. I agree. They definitely have a lot of talent on paper, but I'm just going to ride with the Commanders with Jaden Daniels coming out rolling hot still, and I think they should at least be able to hold off the Giants by a touchdown, at least for this week 1.
For some reason, I am scared for the Commanders this season. I don't think they make the playoffs. I love Jaden Daniels. I obviously love Deebo Samuel. And I think Terry McLaurin is a very good wide receiver 1. But the age scares me because injuries are eventually going to hit. And Bobby Wagner is your best linebacker, maybe your best defensive player, and he's like, what is he, like 45?
6, I think he just turned.
Oh, 46, yeah. I'm just scared. Maybe this isn't a problem in week 1, but whenever we get down to the nitty-gritty come like week 12 and after, like I don't know what this team's going to look like. And I think also it's going to be tough to beat the Giants by a touchdown this year. I just think their defense is going to be that good.
Agreed.
Next game, Panthers at the Jaguars. Jaguars are favored by 3 here. Coming out hot this week, motor running hot. Travis Hunter, baby. I mean, he's always electric. He always has a ton of energy, and I'm sure he just seems pumped to be there, pumped to play football for a NFL football team. And I just think he's going to be fired up down there at a home game, first game of the year. He's going to be flying around. He's going to be wanting to play every single snap of the game if he could.
Yeah, and he gets to play both ways like he always wanted to.
Yeah.
He gets to be bisexual on the football field.
Wow.
And if that's your dream,
Dream it.
shoot for it, 'cause most coaches won't allow that.
Yeah. Liam Cohen's all for
Liam
it.
Cohen's like, Duval, baby. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Florida man, that's different.
Packers like it too with Bo Melton.
Yeah, they do.
Ah, true.
But the sleeper of the game has got to be Panthers wide receiver Hunter Renfrow, baby.
Yeah,
Of
baby.
course.
Because he's coming in. He's probably going to start in the slot. Because Jalen Coker, as Carson said, he is hurt.
Yep.
Adam Thielen traded to the Vikings, right? That's the
Gone.
other white guy in the slot who's
He
manning
gone.
it down. He said,
Yep.
we need a new white guy in the slot.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Bryce Young's safety valve was Thielen whenever he was trying to learn his way in the NFL. Obviously, they have Tetero McMillan and Xavier Legette are the vertical threats on the outside, but Bryce needs a nuanced route runner to get open across the middle for some easy in-rhythm completions. So, welcome back to the league, Hunter Renfrow. He was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2021 on the Raiders.
Everybody
forgets about that.
You forget about it. He was.
That's a disgusting Raiders team.
Yeah.
But he should fit in this offense very nicely for Bryce Young, and I like watching Hunter Renfrow in the league. He was balding at like 24 years old.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it was inspiring, but like it was a feel-good story. Right?
Yeah.
Feel-good story.
Yeah, he came out of Clemson with like not a lot of hair.
Yeah.
But I'm with Keen here. I love whoever's in the slot for the Panthers. That's why I was going to make this bet. The Jalen Coker over, he got injured. Now I'd make it Hunter Renfrow or maybe even Jimmy Horn over, neither of which are an option. So I'm going to bet the Tet McMillan under 65.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
It seems like he's just going to be an inconsistent deep ball threat in this offense, and I think they're going to struggle to connect with him. And I'm also very worried about the Panthers giving him manufactured touches to get him rolling, which could get the line over. But I'm actually just betting this, I think, because Tet is getting way too much hype, and I want to throw some cold water on it because I don't think he's going to be as electric as people think he is, and I think his rookie season is going to be eerily similar to Marvin Harrison Jr.
If Bryce Young had the cannon of like a Kyler Murray, I would maybe like love Tet McMillan. But just the way that Bryce Young plays and how he's played since he got into the NFL scares me a little bit for how much hype McMillan's getting.
Yep, agreed. Game pick.
Yeah, so I'm by myself here once again, but I'm going Jags. -3 to cover the spread against the Panthers. This is really just a bet on Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence finally figuring out with this plethora of weapons.
Nice.
And I'm using them today. And then the Panthers, I do think they're going to be good, but I think the Jags can hold them off here at home for the home opener and cover this -3 spread.
I like the Panthers here. That whole new coach with team thing kind of, there's always questions there, so we don't really know exactly how it's going to work. They may start off a little bit slow, and that Jags team wasn't anything to write home about last year. And sure, they got Travis Hunter and some other pieces, but like, I don't trust that that's going to fix all the Jags issues yet. And I like the way the Panthers are going. They got starting another year here with their new general manager and head coach, and I think they're going to be fired up and clicking on as many cylinders as they got.
Yeah. I think the Panthers got better on offense.
Yeah.
And I think that matters to me because they finished off the season well.
Yeah, they
so
did.
Panthers are one of the top 3 teams for me in the league that I am most excited to see heading into 2025. Because as I've said many times on this podcast, I love watching Bryce Young have fun play football, man.
Yep.
It just looks like a 6th grade quarterback out there in the recess field slinging the ball around. He's out there smiling, having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch Bryce Young, and I think that he has a good season and cements himself as I am a full-time starting NFL quarterback.
Yeah,
I'm top 20.
Yeah, right. I'm top 20. Yeah, love it. All right, next game. The Steelers are going to the Jets. Steelers are favored 3 here. Hot motor guy, nice and simple. New contract. This guy's fired up, ready to go.
New money.
New money? TJ Watt, baby. He's going to be coming out, proving that he is worth that money for anyone that is questioning it or not liking it. It's like, hey, I'm here. I'm still one of, if not the top edge rusher in the league right now. And I'm going to prove it and beat up on these lowly Jets.
Yeah.
In their house.
Yeah, that's why I didn't pick a Jet to go for the sleeper of the week. I went with a Steeler because Derek Harmon is hurt, right? He might miss week 1.
Yeah.
With a knee sprain.
Yeah,
week to week with a knee sprain. I wrote it down in here. Yeah. So I went with another Steelers rookie on the defensive line, defensive tackle Yahya Black.
Oh, love it.
5th-round rookie out of Iowa. He shredded offensive linemen in the preseason. I sent you guys a Baldy's breakdown. He was featured in a Baldy's breakdown, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He showed lower body power and explosiveness, upper body strength and creativity. And there are some snaps open that along this defensive line that may be available for week 1. So keep your eye on Yahya Black because whenever that guy does get a sack, he whips his belly out. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Love it.
I love anytime dudes just show how fat they are. That's just something funny to me. That's hilarious. Like Quinn Miners.
Yeah.
Quinn Miners. He shows off his belly all the time.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
Who's that one comedian that's always just showing his belly?
Tom
Bert
Segura.
Kreischer.
Oh, yeah.
Bert
Bert
Kreischer's always shirt.
yeah.
The first time he goes out on stage, he rips his shirt off.
Yeah.
That's what Yaya Black should do.
Yes.
Just play with no pads.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want Tawadre Sweat to do that.
I want
Desmond Watson?
Yes. Yeah, so my lock for this game is Justin Fields under 173.5 passing yards. First of all, we've seen the preseason lowlights. I've expressed my concerns for Justin Fields with Tanner Engstrand as his OC enough now that I don't need to repeat myself, but I don't think it bodes well for him. And this Steelers defense is always great, but when they're fully healthy like they are right now, with the exception of Derek Harmon, like you said, of course, they're incredible. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbig, Cam Hayward will give you no time to throw. And if you do get a chance to breathe, for a second, you got to get it past Jalen Ramsey, Joey Porter Jr., Terrius Slay. Deshaun Elliott might lay you out. And then Garrett Wilson is really the only receiving threat, and if Justin Fields is going to reach 174 passing yards, it's going to have to be a lot of yak from Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, Mason Taylor, and whoever can move the ball for this offense.
Josh Reynolds,
whoever it takes. Justin Fields does have a lot of practice against his defense, but they also have a lot of practice against him.
Yeah.
So it's probably a wash, and I am slamming the under on 173.5, and this game might have less than 20 total points.
Here we
go. And for that reason, Steelers are -3. I think the final score is probably going to be something like
10-7.
10-7.
I was going to say 10-3.
Okay, I like that better.
Out of respect to Boz, I bet he gets at
10-6.
least like 2 field
Yeah, I'll
goals.
say
maybe.
16-3.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
16-6 maybe.
That gives Boz 3 field goals. Yeah, that's
Yeah, so as long as the Steelers can do anything on offense, just get Boz within 60 yards,
Yep.
then we'll win. But we got to move the ball at least a little bit.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm right with you. Steelers.
The defense might score us more touchdowns than the offense.
I would be,
Yeah.
ecstatic.
I think the Jets might have an all-time crash out this year.
And that's saying something.
So I got
They've been
Fields.
crashing for 50 years, pretty much.
Fields is scaring me, and not in a way that a defense gets scared of an upcoming offense, but in a way that, like, as a fan, I'm like biting my finger
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, don't look good.
Yeah, I know they're gonna run the ball a lot, but Steelers are just a way better team right now. Steelers by more than 3 for sure.
100%. Next game, Raiders going to New England to play the Patriots. Patriots are favored 2.5 points. Hot motor coming into this game. Head coach of the Patriots, Mike Vrabel, baby. You know how fired up this guy's going to be back on the sideline of a game? I mean, he was fired up
With his team.
Yeah, with his own team. Like, he was always fiery and feisty whenever he was at Tennessee. And I'm sure he's still got a little bit of a sour taste in his mouth. He's going to walk back onto that field and be like, hey, Daddy's home, baby. I am coaching my own football team right now. And he's just going to be so fired up. He built this team with a lot of his own choices, which is huge. He's got his guys on the field, and he's just going to be so fired up to get out there and play and try to beat up on this Raiders team.
Oh, yeah.
My inside source is telling me that he's requested, instead of having the typical headset, he wants to wear a helmet with the headset inserted into it,
Yes.
so he can just absolutely
He'd be
demolish
in
his
it,
guys
yeah.
with his head.
Yeah.
Because he still does that anyways, and
He does.
I think his wife's probably getting mad at him because he's
Yeah.
getting lots of surgeries, getting staples and stitches and all
Yeah.
that because he keeps busting his head open. He's jumping into dog piles I've seen
Oh,
videos of. So he requested a helmet for his headset, but
Over
I think,
under
the
a-
HR department said no.
Over under one full lip of chaw.
Oh.
Oh, I think he's going double horseshoe. I'm
That's
going over.
week
exactly
one?
over.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's going
Yeah.
to be full chaw.
Yeah.
Home team, yeah, and week 1, yeah.
Fully chawed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the lock of the week.
Yeah.
That threw me off track. I don't even know where I was going with that. I was going to say something about Vrabel, but the chaw threw me off. So let's just keep it on the Patriots side and talk
Threw
about a
him off,
sleeper
too.
here. Yeah. One little buzz going into the game. Patriots wide receiver Keyshawn Boutte, right?
Booty.
Booty, baby.
Boutte.
He's been getting rave reviews all throughout camp in the preseason. Rumors actually really began as early as mid-season 2024. The receiving core was in shambles, as it has been since Mac Jones took over as quarterback.
Yeah.
Hunter Henry was the leading receiver, right? That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second round pick Jalen Polk from last year had an absolutely terrible rookie season. One of the worst I've ever seen from a wide receiver.
Well, that could have been predicted because he was an ain't my guy for me. So.
He was terrible. He should have never went in the second round. Well, we're not going to get into it. The fourth round pick, Javon Baker, never even earned any playing time, and now he got cut. Austin Hooper got almost 500 receiving yards as the tight end 2 on the team last year. That's not good.
No.
Kendrick Bourne was pretty good though, right?
He was
What happened to him?
solid.
You know what?
He
I
got
think think they
cut him.
Cut him, yeah. That's what I was going to say. We love on this podcast whenever head coaches show the cojones, the balls, the mustard to make the team their own. That's why we love Sean Payton so much. Yeah. And I think that I'm now going to grow to love Mike Vrabel. Because I don't care that you played at all with the prior coach. You're ass, and I'm cutting you.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it's business, and it kind of sucks for that guy. He lost his job. Like, he's now unemployed, buddy. But I don't care. We're talking football.
Yeah.
But anyways, Kayshon Boutte stayed on the team, and he's now a starter. So whenever Drake May was looking for receiving options to throw to at the end of the year, there weren't a whole lot. He started giving Boutte some looks. I'll catch myself looking at the Boutte.
Yeah, how
couldn't you?
It's kind of instinct.
Yeah, right. But week 16, he got 5 receptions for 95 yards and 1 touchdown. Nobody really knows this because nobody's paying attention to the Patriots this time of year.
That's fair.
And in week 18, he went off for 7 receptions, 117 yards, and 1 touchdown. So momentum is carried into this season, but meanwhile, everyone else is paying attention to the big names, Stephon Diggs, and the excitement of Demario Douglas and the famous Josh McDaniels slot role. But look out for the Boutte, baby.
And the rookie Kyle Williams.
And Kyle Williams, yeah, and rookie Kyle Williams. But you might catch yourself looking at a Boutte instead of some boobies.
Booty trap.
You might find yourself to be a Boutte guy by the end of week 1.
Might be a booty
He's
trap.
a dime, that number 9.
Oh, he's a number 9.
Yeah.
He's
done.
number 9.
My lock of the week, my lock of the game.
Yep.
Apologies. Travion Henderson over 22.5 receiving yards. Kean just talked about the receiving game. This bodes well with that. In the bold predictions episode, I made a case for Travion Henderson to lead his team in receptions for the season. And I don't think he's going to make his case for me in this game, but I am confident they'll break at least one loose or catch a wheel route or something to get well over this line. He's just so damn explosive.
Yeah,
I love it. He is.
Game picks.
Pick it.
Yep, I'm going with the Patriots, and that's really because I do love the Patriots. Like Ian said, I love what they're doing here. Their defense is looking great. Their offense is really looking great as well. And the Raiders, on the other hand, I just think the Raiders team is just still a little bit boring right now, and Amari Cooper being an exciting signing for them is just kind of a reflection of that.
Yeah, I'm right with you. I love what the Patriots are doing. I think 2.5 feels disrespectful right now. I know there's a lot of new stuff going on at the Raiders, and I love that. New head coach, new OC, all that fun stuff, but it's still the Raiders. They haven't done a whole lot as an actual personnel compared to the Patriots. So I'm Patriots all the way.
And you made this ridiculous thing this year.
New thing. We're doing picks of the week, so we're all
lock
picking
of the week.
Oh, yeah, lock of the week. And this right here, this is my lock of the week. Slam the Patriots -2.5, baby. It's easy.
And we obviously keep track of all the records for all this stuff, but this will be kept as a separate record so that
lock of the week.
Because we make picks on all of these teams, so obviously we're bound to get some wrong, but we better not be getting them wrong on our locks of the week.
No.
So then we're going to hold ourselves accountable.
Yes.
But I didn't make this my lock of the week, but I also went Patriots because I just think that they're the more disciplined team right now. They seem like they have their shit together. I know that we haven't seen Mike Vrabel as the head coach of the Patriots yet, but I feel good about it. Good about it. Just the fact that he's cutting guys that used to play for the old coach. I like that.
Agreed. The Cardinals are going to the Saints up next. The Cardinals are favored 5.5 points here. Hot motor coming into this one. We're going right back to the head coaching well, and that is Kellen Moore. He wants to come down here to the Saints and try to turn this place around and make it not such a, whatever you want to call it, dumpster fire, just plain dumpster.
Sewage tank?
Yeah, sewage tank, sure.
Want to be Brazil?
Yeah, true.
Should be, yeah.
So, yeah, he just wants to go down there and prove, like, he is that guy who can be a head coach. I mean, that's what all these OCs want to do. He's coming off winning the Super Bowl with the Eagles. And, yeah, he just wants to come down and try to round up this Saints team to do something here, to try to make a name for himself and try to make the Saints a team that's not laughed at and just talked about being severely over the cap and kicking the can down the road all the time.
Yeah, that'd be good to get out of the news for that.
Yeah, it would be.
I think this year is a huge test for Kellen Moore because
Yeah.
he's going down to the South, right? They
Down
like,
the South.
they
Louisiana,
like,
baby.
yeah, they like gumbo down there, right?
do.
Yeah,
Gumbo,
Rye.
you throw all the
Scrimp.
shit into a pot and cook it up.
Yeah.
They like churros, too.
They
You
do.
like
Churros
San
are good.
Antonio
San
woman.
Antonio.
But gumbo, just throw a bunch of shit in a pot and it makes good soup. There's a lot of shit on the Saints roster that he's got to throw into that pot and make good soup.
He's got to cook it.
Better
Yeah.
be a big pot.
Yeah, it's got to
Big
be. It's
pot.
got to be good slop. You don't want the bad slop. It's got to be
no,
like you slap that shit on in your bowl and you're like, oh damn, that looks good. Not like, oh man, look how it looks like shit.
He's got to be one hell of a lunch lady and just
Yeah, just serve it up.
Yeah, he's
serve
probably like adding seasonings like crazy.
Yep.
I'm saying on the Saints here, we're going with defensive tackle Vernon Broughton, third-round rookie out of Texas. We didn't really highlight him too much in the pre-draft process, but Texas in the past 2 seasons has sent 4 D tackles into the draft. That's Byron Murphy II, Devondre Sweat, who I love, Alfred Collins, and Vernon Broughton. And you know I love Devondre Sweat. And Texas has done it again for me, baby, because my pre-draft notes on Vernon Broughton, he's 6'5", 311, 35-inch arms.
Holy
is crazy. Yeah, that guy's long arm. A little summary of him. Great build with an angry play style. I was very intrigued, and I said big potential. So wait till they give him snaps, and hopefully as early as week 1, he's going to bring a lot of energy to a defense in desperate need of promising young players. So I'm a big Vernon Broughton guy, and big Danny Stutzman guy, and big Jonas Sonke guy. So I think this team is set up well for the future, kinda.
As long as Stutzman's still wearing his cowboy collar.
Yeah, he better be.
If not, I've
worries.
Yeah, I'm very worried.
Yeah. Protect the neck.
Yeah.
Protect the neck.
Hot dog. And I say that because Broughton.
Wow.
Walk of the game. Juwan Johnson over 24.5 receiving yards.
Who?
Juwan Johnson.
Okay, I thought you said Juwan Dotson.
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm kind of congested here. I might have to blow my nose soon, so I apologize for that. Last year in 5 games with Spencer Rattler, he averaged 52.4 receiving yards per game.
Dang.
I don't remember that.
Crap.
Yeah, that was
when did that happen?
That was when Spencer Rattler started. And with Kellen Moore liking to spread the ball around and Dallas Goedert achieving over this line in 8 of 9 games last year and a run-heavy offense, I think Juwan Johnson over 24.5 is well within reach. And that transitions right into my pick of the week, which is the Cardinals, because I talked about this earlier in the week. Spencer Rattler loses by an average of 22 points or something like that.
Yeah.
And this line's only 5.5, which is not enough. Now, the Cardinals are terrible, and I'm one of the biggest Cardinals haters. Cardinals and Dolphins, I hate them both. But, man, the Saints are bad, and Spencer Rattler's not good, but just throw it to Juwan Johnson because that's what I need.
Yeah, I'm with you. The Saints are just still too bad right now. I think they're going to have to get their feet under them with Kellen Moore running the ship down there now. So, yeah, give me the Cardinals. I think Kyler coming back. Second year now with Marvin Harrison. Hopefully they can have some sort of connection there and make something work. But I think the Cardinals will be able to be a little bit better than the Saints.
I think the Cardinals' offense is going to be fine this year. They kept all their offensive line together. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that along the offensive line. They didn't really add any in the receiving room, but we hope/expect Marvin Harrison to be better. And Trey McBride is one of the best tight ends in the league.
Yep.
So
True.
I think they can easily beat this weak Saints team.
Next game, the Bengals are going to Cleveland to play the Browns. Bengals are favored 5.5 points here. Simple here, too. Guy whose motor's running super hot coming into this game. Triple Crown reigning champion here. Jamar Chase. I think he's going to just be who he is. He's going to be Jamar Chase. He's rested up now. He's under contract still, and all that's all happy-go-lucky. His buddy got paid beside him with T. Higgins, and I think they're just ready to go. And I think he's obviously smart enough to realize, hey, I'm still going to have to do it because our defense still stinks.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm going to flip it over to the Browns side and talk about a sleeper here, because if the Browns are going to win this game, they're going to need some sleepers to step up, and they're going to be looking at edge rusher Isaiah McGuire. He's got a real chance to be that Alex Highsmith to TJ Watt, the Malcolm Kuntz to Max Crosby, the DeMarcus Lawrence to Micah Parsons back in Dallas whenever they were both there. Now they're both gone.
That was good times.
Good job, Jerry.
Yeah.
But he was a 2023 third-round pick. He's just 24 years old now. In 2024, it was his second season. Played over 469 snaps. He put up an 83.3 overall defensive PFF grade, second overall grade on the entire Browns defense behind only Myles Garrett, of course.
Damn.
Third in the team in pressures with 29. And the Browns have really only added Joe Tryon Shoyinka to the edge room, so no real threats. And I think that Browns DC Jim Schwartz is ready to see more of Isaiah McGuire, and I am too. So I'm excited.
Sounds like it.
Lock of the game, another tight end over. That's David Njoku over 44.5 receiving yards. More quarterback connections here. He had a great connection with Flacco in 2023 before he went to the Colts. He averaged over 6 receptions and 80 receiving yards a game when playing together.
Yeah.
And I see them picking up right where they left off. So this 44.5 line is incredibly disrespectful.
Yeah,
This is going to be a tight end heavy offense this year because I've seen that they rested Harold Fannin Jr. too in the last preseason game. So there's going to be a lot of two tight end sets. Yeah. And their receivers are ass.
Oh,
so
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yep. Picks.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Browns here because...
Ooh.
Is it that guy?
Yes, actually.
Really?
It is because of Joe Flacco. And I think this Browns defense is good enough to slow down the Bengals just enough that they can wear them down. Bengals already start slow. Played the Stars in preseason, tried to get them going. They still didn't even look good in preseason. So I think they're still going to start slow. And, yeah, I just think the Browns keep it close because that's kind of what the Browns do, especially AFC North games.
Yeah, I am incredibly worried that it's an AFC North game. And that, the Bengals defense still stinks. But I can't bring myself to bet on the Browns yet. I just don't know. We think Joe Flacco is going to have the same magic, of course.
Oh, of course.
But there's a chance that he doesn't. And he starts off like a 40-plus-year-old quarterback.
41, I think.
41, yeah, somewhere around there. 40-plus-year-old quarterback would and might be a little bit slow. And I just can't bring myself to bet on Cleveland right now. I got to go with the Bengals. They got their offense figured out. Their defense, not at all. But their offense will be slinging it. We know Joe Burrow can sling it, and everyone's healthy. So
Yes.
that's big.
This is probably my toughest pick of the week, believe it or not, because I do believe Joe Flacco, he found magic in New York, a terrible franchise. He found magic in Cleveland, a terrible franchise, but he couldn't find it on the Colts. The Colts, he kind of lost it a little bit. Yeah. But he's going back to the Browns, and I think he's going to find it again. But this is the year. I know the Bengals always start like 0-3, 0-4. I think this is the year they break that.
It's different, yeah.
I think T. Higgins is happy. Jamar Chase is happy. Chase Brown is happy. Everybody's happy, right?
Trey Hendrickson.
They paid. Did they pay him? They've talked about it.
Yeah, they've talked about it. There's been a lot of talk. But
They've talked about it.
he's gonna be coming hot into this game.
Yes, I
Not
think
in a good way.
Yeah, I think for the most part, everybody is happy on the Bengals. So I'm betting on them to start off the season with a win. Right?
Yeah.
Is that crazy to ask for?
It is, but I think it might happen.
Yeah.
They did pay him.
Okay, well, that's something we did not talk about.
Yeah.
My bad.
But they did. And
Okay.
They also finally signed their
Everything's
rookie
fixed.
edge rusher as well.
Yes, everybody's happy, man.
Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Just like that. Money. Next game, Dolphins are going to the Colts. Colts are favored 1.5 at home. Oh, boy. Motor running hot into this game. Speaking of magic, none other than Daniel Indiana Jones, baby. He's going to be literally running this football with a hot motor. He's got a new opportunity here. He's got to be fired up. He's got to be slinging it, and it's either going to be awesome or it's going to be hilariously bad. But either way, he is going to be fired up, ready to go. Again, the Colts are so good that, like, how can you not be fired up to have all these pieces around you? But yeah, Daniel Indiana Jones. Hot motor.
I can't believe how bought in you are on Danny Dimes this year. This is fun to watch.
And I just got to stay with it until the wheels fall off because it's fun.
Once you get down that rabbit hole, which I'm about to go down here in a second.
boy.
Okay.
Once you get down that rabbit hole, it's like you can't see any other ways.
No.
It's tunnel vision.
I mean,
You're
it
like,
helps
oh my
I haven't
gosh.
seen him play regular season football at the Colts.
It's true.
That may change within 10 minutes of the football game.
Yeah.
But for now, it is really fun to imagine.
The Colts are your team this year. The Colts are your team.
Sure.
I mean, obviously you're a Steelers fan, but like
Yeah,
everybody
I'm a
has
dark
a team
horse,
that that team's gonna do well this year.
Yeah,
And
between Tyler Warren and Danny Dimes.
Yeah, and DJ
That defense,
Giddens.
baby, DJ
Giddens,
If Jonathan Taylor gets hurt and DJ Giddens,
Adonai Mitchell?
Fire me up.
Adonai Mitchell. That's
Fire
a
me
good
up.
point.
I guess,
Wow.
Colts.
Yeah, you're a Colts guy.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the Dolphins side because they need a lot of help on their cornerback room.
Likes
and-
Michael Pittman too. Sorry to interrupt.
I do love
but-
Michael Pittman.
He does.
He's a good player. He's a good player.
Cornerback room needs a lot of help, so we're going with Dolphins' new slot corner, Jason Marshall Jr. He's a fifth-round rookie. He started all 4 seasons at outside corner for the Florida Gators. But crazy, 4-season starter. He never had a PFF coverage grade lower than 64.3. That's pretty darn good starting from your freshman year. He's 6 foot nothing, 194 pounds, who didn't really look as quick to me, but he does play tough enough that he won't get bullied by slot wide receivers across the middle. He's going to be the bullier. The bully, I guess. I know.
Yeah.
Didn't have to add the ER. But the usual starting slot corner, Kader Kohu, is out for the year with a torn ACL. Just more to add to the Dolphins. But even whenever he comes back next year, Marshall Jr. could have easily proven enough by then to earn a starting outside cornerback role on this team with their tremendous lack of long-term depth at the position. So Jason Marshall Jr. could very well be a starting Dolphins corner for many years.
They need him, yeah.
Yeah.
Lock of the game, Devon Achane, under 60.5 rushing yards. He's been dealing with a calf injury the past couple weeks, which tells me a couple things. One, he may not be as explosive, which his game heavily relies on. And two, they may cede more work to Ollie Gordon to take pressure off Achane as a pure runner, which I'm not a huge fan of. The Dolphins' offense, especially the run game, has been atrocious behind this 25th ranked offensive line. And the Colts have a good defensive line and great tacklers behind them, Zaire Franklin, Nick Cross. I see the Dolphins' ground game struggling, or even Achane leaving the game early with an injury. So give me his under rushing yards. And hot take, I actually like Ollie Gordon more for the way they try to run the ball.
Oh, interesting.
Ollie Gordon's going to be good, guys. I'm telling you. Top 10 running back in the class.
They run Achane like they expect him to break tackles, but maybe that's just because their O-line's so bad. But when Ollie Gordon played with the starters or second team or whatever, he didn't have any explosive plays like Achane, but he was at least able to get 4 or 5 yards every carry by just falling forward and bullying his way forward, whereas Achane is either 50 yards or -1.
I'm starting to lean, as I'm in my old age, I'm getting like more into like the run the damn ball thing. And
turning into an old man.
But I'm starting to appreciate the David Montgomerys of the world. Like, I feel like every team needs a David Montgomery, a guy who can just be a bruiser.
Wear the defense down, yeah.
And Ollie Gordon is just that. And I think he's going to have a good year. Yeah.
All right, game picks. I'm going with the Colts here. And for me, I saw only 2 scenarios happening here. Number 1, the Dolphins blow them out by 30 points because this offense is finally together. Number 2, the Colts blow them out by like 10 to 15 points because the Dolphins are absolutely terrible, like I think they are. But, I could see it going one of either ways. But I have more confidence in the Colts stopping the Dolphins because the Dolphins are just still in shambles right now. Tyreek Hill isn't, like, I feel like Tyreek Hill is still causing drama in the wide receiver room and the locker room.
Without even saying anything.
Exactly, yeah.
Just because he's there.
And then this O-line's bad. Tua has to get the ball out quick because everybody's scared of injury, which he's good at. And then everybody's figuring out Mike McDaniel now. This defense has nothing outside maybe Jalen Phillips and maybe Jordan Brooks, both of who are very injury prone. I just don't love it for the Dolphins. And Indiana Jones, man, he's at first home game. He's going to show why they call him Indiana Jones.
You're damn right he is. You said it very well. I have little to no confidence in the Dolphins, at least not yet. It's Colts is easy for me. So
here we go, guys.
Here we go.
Obviously, the Falcons are always my team. Not always, but the past 2 seasons, I'm a big believer in the Falcons. Dude, this year, my other team that is almost, it's like my side hoe team. It's the Dolphins, baby. I can't see it any other way.
You're going to regret this.
I will. I will regret this. But right now, I cannot see this any other way. Let me dive into this a little bit.
Please, because I have no idea what you're seeing.
Okay.
Falcons I can see.
Yeah, I saw your other point about the Dolphins leading the league in yards or points. Or whatever.
I can get
that. But winning games, you have to.
I'm in now.
Okay.
I'm so in. I don't know why
it
took them adding Rasul Douglas and Matt Judon for me to buy. Let me dive in a little bit. I'm not going to go too deep, but right off the top, Tua, right? Every game he's healthy right now, as far as we know.
Yeah, he's good.
The Dolphins, have an all-time record with Tua starting of 40-24. Fellas, that is 62.5%. If Tua's starting, this team does not lose. Well, they do like 38% of the time.
When it's cold.
When it's cold, they do. But right now it's warm. This is in a dome in Indianapolis. All the pieces are healthy. Malik Washington, even as their third receiver, is very explosive.
Oh, he's good.
He's a tackle breaker. He can do everything yards after catch that Jonnu just did last year, except in a faster way. So, yes, the offensive line is very unproven and young. Like, they got some new pieces starting in there. So, yeah, maybe that's a little bit of a concern. But they get the ball out. Tua gets the ball out faster than anybody else in the league because his receivers just get open, and they're so fast. And Devon Achane looks like he should be healthy for week 1. And the defense, I don't know why I was sleeping on it so much, but I'm looking at it again, right?
Oh, gosh.
And I am.
There's no better time for this right now.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the Dolphins' defense.
Yeah.
Absolute.
This snot. Nasty, gross.
The Dolphins' defense, okay. Kenneth Grant. You guys know I'm a big Kenneth Grant guy.
Oh, yeah. I do.
Good thing he wasn't in my nose. He would not have came out
He
of
wouldn't
there.
have come out. Yeah, what do I call him? Fat guy with juice.
Yes.
Fat guy with juice. He's going to be starting alongside Zach Sealer. Zach Sealer is a very good defensive tackle. So there's two guys. There's two guys right there. Then you go to the outside of that defensive line. Now, the edge rushers. Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, Chop Robinson. Matt Judon's your 4th edge rusher.
Forgot about Chop.
Last year was a problem for the Falcons with Matt Judon because he was projected to be, or he was expected to be the only edge rush help that they had. And he didn't do anything. But as a 4th edge rusher, he can do that. Shit, I can do that. With those guys ahead, I couldn't do that. But with those guys ahead, I like what they're doing along the defensive line. The linebackers, conglomeration of names that you know but don't really think they're good, right? Jordan Brooks, Willie Gay Jr., KJ Britt, Tyrell Dodson, all guys that are guys, but they're just guys.
Yeah.
But that's fine. All they have to do is tackle.
I don't see any huge flaws yet.
All they have to do is tackle.
But
right?
this is where the flaws come.
The corners.
Yeah,
here it is. Yeah.
We got Storm Duck starting. Ethan Bonner's hurt. They brought in Juju Brents from Indianapolis, who is a guy that has potential but hasn't figured it out yet. You have Rasul Douglas is going to be the cornerback 1 on the team. I do like that. Not as a cornerback 1, but as a good piece. Jack Jones is there too. I like that. Jason Marshall is going to be fine in the slot. And then they got Minkah Fitzpatrick and Melifonwu starting on the other side. This team is looking better, and we don't see this team lose very much whenever Tua is starting and healthy. So as long as Tua stays healthy all year, this team makes the playoffs. Yeah, this team makes the playoffs because the defense, whenever I just read it down through to you, yeah, the corners are not that good. They don't have a Micah Parsons, but they remind me a lot of the Packers, right? Packers now defensive line looks pretty darn good. They can pressure the quarterback. Well, Packers corners suck. They can't cover, so you better get to the quarterback fast. It's the same way on the Dolphins. Literally, the Dolphins are the Packers, and nobody is seeing it. They have like the same scheme, a lot of weapons on the offense. Dolphins have more speed.
I'm worried about them making offense.
They're going to make it. Did that convince you?
I'm in.
Remind me of the Joe Biden quote. How's your focus? Oh, it's focused.
It's focused.
I am so far down the rabbit hole of thinking the Dolphins are going to work that I can't buy out. I'm bought in, and I think that this is going to work because Tua is healthy and Mike McDaniel he's coaching for his job, which can be a bad thing.
Yeah.
More than anything,
but I'm on the good side.
More than anything, I'm out on Mike McDaniel.
Okay.
Holy smokes!
Okay.
After I saw him run the ball like 30 times,
so I'm worried about
the exact same run play, exact same. Well, there was.
He didn't have Tua.
They might have had one extra pulling guard. They might have pulled the guard one time, then the next time or whatever. I'm out.
He didn't have Tua.
Okay.
If Tua's there, they win.
Hopefully, he cooked up something good.
I hope so.
What about this blind side?
The blind side's fine.
If he lands on his face, he probably won't get concussed.
Oh yeah, it's only
back.
Austin Jackson's the better tackle there. Patrick Paul's the unproven second-year guy. So it's good that the right tackle is Austin Jackson. He knows what he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just saying. Dolphins are. That's my lock of the week, obviously.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Next game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to the Falcons. The Buccaneers are favored 1.5 right now. Big motor guy coming out of this game is a guy, or going into this game, is we know and love him. He's a big motor guy. Always is, always will be. Baker Mayfield. Baker's going to come out and be slinging it. He's going to be fired up to get this season kicked off. He's like, okay, I lost my offensive coordinator. Watch this. I can still sling it. Mike Evans is healthy. Chris Godwin's still hurt, but he's got Emeka Ibuka now. Tez Johnson, yeah. But he's just going to be fired up, ready to go, just like all these other guys. And I firmly believe that. He is, especially now with the new OC coming in, that makes Baker Mayfield even more the backbone of this team.
Yeah.
Of this team, like, working
yes.
as a whole.
That's true.
Let's go to my Falcons side. Talk about their new center, Ryan Newsel. He's been waiting in the wings behind Drew Dahlman for years. He's a UDFA out of Appalachian State. In 2021. He started about 3.5 years at Appalachian State. He never had a pass blocking grade below 76.4 or run blocking grade below 67.1. And every time he's entered games for the Falcons in the NFL, he's been just fine, baby. So the Falcons may have groomed themselves another gem offensive lineman. So I think that even though they lost Drew Dahlman, Ryan Newsel's going to fill in just fine for this run game.
Lock of the game, Michael Penix over 229.5 passing yards. Last year against Tampa Bay, who this game is against,
Sure.
Kirk Cousins threw for 509 and 276 passing yards with 4 touchdowns in each game. And I think Michael Penix can do the same. He now has a full offseason working with the starting offense, and he's not afraid to play aggressive, push the ball downfield into windows that could get his receivers killed.
Okay.
Yeah,
but if they catch it, then it counts for yards.
Yeah, catch the ball.
The reality is they probably run the ball more than anything.
Yeah.
But I could see him nearing the 300 mark in this game if Vita Vea keeps clogging it up and Yaya Diaby and Hassan Reddick does something to stop the run.
Yeah.
So give me over 229.5. Going into game picks, I'm taking the Falcons here. At home against the Bucs, division game. I think the Falcons have the scheme, have the talent. They have all the talent in the world. We love their 2 safeties they're starting now. Buccaneers are kind of rolling with a slightly new chemistry in their offense without Godwin and Liam Cohen and Jalen McMillan. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna have to pick up right where they left off, just with some new pieces. And I think the Falcons' defense is much better than the Bucs. Just hopefully their rookie edges can do something, which isn't going to be Jalen Carter. They're using Jalen Carter strictly as an edge rusher, not as a on and off ball floating around as a defensive piece, which is not good. He did not look good in preseason at all.
He could be so exciting.
But James Pierce did look good.
I gotta go with the Buccaneers here.
Baker guy.
I'm a big fan of Baker, and like I said, I think he's one of, if not, well, probably the biggest just glue guy on the team. Like, everyone rallies behind him, it feels like, and I don't like the Godwin's out, and I definitely agree that the Falcons' defense is definitely looking better, at least right now, than the Buccaneers, and I guess that's easy to see. But I got to roll with the Bucs. I think they're going to come out, and I'm not too worried about Liam Cohen leaving, at least not as of right now. I think Bucky going into his second year here, he knows how he fits in this offense, what he needs to do. I think he's going to be dynamic here, and they're gonna. This might be a squeak it out type of game, which the line shows that, but I think they'll have enough to upset the Falcons at home.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the game where everybody kind of really realizes, like, okay, Falcons are kind of here to play this year. And I think it is going to be a good game because Buccaneers and Falcons for the past 2 or 3 seasons have been good games.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to ride with my Falcons.
Makes sense. Next game, Titans at the Broncos. Broncos are favored 7.5 points here. Nice and easy one here. I think guy with the biggest hot motor coming into this game is Bo Nix. He's going into his second year. He's got some more pieces on the outside for him to throw to, which I'm sure he is loving. Their defense is still incredible. Lights out. Got even better somehow, even though we didn't think that was possible. But just another year with Sean Payton. I'm sure Bo Nix is raring to go, and just to go out and basically flex his muscle, like flex the Broncos' muscle and show them, like, hey, we're going to make this lowly Titans team go away quickly, and just show that we are one of the best teams in the league.
Now let's talk about that lowly Titans team here and swim through some sludge of the Titans defense. We're talking about linebacker James Williams Sr.
What the heck?
Flashback to episode 30 of our podcast.
Okay.
Doing 2024 AFC South draft grades. You might remember this guy. I was quite a big fan of James Williams Sr., and now he gets a chance to start alongside Cody Barton in this largely unproven defense. My notes on him from last year: he was out of Miami, linebacker / safety, convert kind of guy, round 7, pick 240. Huh?
Maybe.
Convict.
Convict.
Con and Young G's. Round 7, 242. Big boy. at 6'4", 231 pounds. This guy played safety in Miami.
Damn!
Now he's a linebacker, obviously. But
my
he's
gosh.
obviously not a quick or lateral mover. He's just kind of lumbering back at safety is what he's doing until he gets up to full speed. But then he's a brick shithouse decking players. My comp for this guy, it's like watching a kid standing in the shallow water on the beach, and then a mammoth wave comes out of nowhere and flattens him. That's James Williams, Sr.
Love it.
So this guy could honestly, he's probably going to be the starter. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Sounds exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Almost as exciting as Calvin Ridley's going to be.
Ooh.
Getting over 53.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
Yes, this defense is good. Great, even. But I see Cam Ward force-feeding the ball to Calvin Ridley. In just 11 snaps in preseason with Cam Ward, Calvin Ridley had 3 receptions for 50 yards. He was the only guy he was looking at the whole time. They're going to be playing from behind all season, but this game especially. And Cam Ward is not afraid to extend the play and sling it rather than checking it down. So give me over 53.5 for Calvin Ridley. And now, this is kind of a pity. No,
A wash, one may call it.
No, the game picks. This is the Titans
Slide.
suck.
They do suck.
Boom.
So we're all taking the Broncos
Yeah.
because we're all huge Broncos fans and we're all huge on what they're going to do this season. We've talked about it a million times. They are maybe one of the most underrated teams in the league right now. They're not getting any love for how much talent they have and what they're cooking up. And then the Titans are kind of the opposite. We're all kind of lower on Cam Ward than everybody, and we're not really super impressed with what Brian Callahan has been doing. Yet still needs more time to cook. So
I think
Broncos 7.5 at home. I think that should be a pretty safe line to cover.
Completely agree.
Well said.
And I think the Titans are the worst team in the league. So
Boom. Not a hard argument. The 49ers are going to the Seahawks. 49ers are favored 2.5 points. Hot motor coming to this one. Feeling fresh this season. Fresh.
Yeah,
Hot
baby.
motor. Christian McCaffrey, baby.
Ooh, baby.
Some people may have forgot. This guy is one of the most electric and dynamic players in the whole NFL, and I think the 49ers have no other choice than to show that.
amen, brother.
That's it.
He's got a new tune-up, new rings.
Yeah.
new
Fresh oil
rings.
change.
He's got 2 functional
so-
legs, and that matters.
That does
For a
matter.
running back, it
Yeah.
count. That,
You would say 3, but he's white, so.
yeah, just 2.
Yep.
Let's get a little nasty, right? Stay on the 49ers
Thought
side.
we just did.
Well,
We did. Yeah.
yeah, a little bit. This is nastier because we're talking about wide receiver Sky Moore.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Too
porn
wide Sky.
star.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, 2 wide Sky. Yeah, exactly, like a porn star's name. First of all, respect to Andy Reid. He's an all-time great coach, but he has absolutely no fucking idea how to use gadget players. Sky Moore failed in Kansas City.
Yeah.
McCole Hardman failed in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Kadarius Toney failed in Kansas City.
you're so-
DeAnthony Thomas failed in Kansas City.
Oh.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who I would say is probably more like a better gadget player than a running back, failed in Kansas City.
Very much. so.
Now, Sky Moore is on the 49ers, the team with the head coach who proved that gadget players can work in the NFL. He made people think, like, man, what if Kyle Shanahan got to coach Tavon Austin,
Yeah.
Percy Harvin,
Yeah.
Reggie Bush, Devin Hester even, maybe.
Yeah.
Throw him some
Yeah.
offensive snaps. Kadarius Toney, I would love to see Kadarius Toney on the 49ers. I think he's talented.
He'd
but
probably drop a couple.
he probably would. Weed charges.
Yeah.
Drug charges. But,
Sure.
but Jawan Jennings' contract dispute is only heating up with Jennings refusing to practice. Jordan Watkins is still not practicing with an ankle injury. Jacob Cowing could miss up to 6 weeks after re-injuring his hamstring this past
Ah,
week.
they're done.
Not good.
Demarcus Robinson was suspended 3 games without pay for violating the NFL substances of abuse policy. Kadarius Toney would probably do that if he's on the
That
team.
boy.
He probably would do that.
And then this Debo role needs filling, boys. This is Sky Moore's real chance to make it in the NFL. He has a real shot in week 1 with all of these 49ers missing wide receivers. So I think the Sky Moore, this is like a perfect fit for him.
I like it.
I'm going to a different receiver, Ricky Pearsall, if he was there, but
So
FanDuel
great.
doesn't have him, so I have to go to Christian McCaffrey. I know the only
Did he
receiving
get shot again?
maybe the only receiving
Please
odds
no.
that they have are George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey. So I don't know why they don't have Ricky Pearsall. Maybe it's because they don't know what's happening with the receiver room yet.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Sky Moore's wide receiver 1.
Anywho's, so I'm going with McCaffrey over 34.5 receiving yards. You just talked about it. These weapons are so depleted. I think they're going to show McCaffrey's back and how fresh his motor really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Brian Robinson may be a rotation with McCaffrey, so McCaffrey's even more fresh for the receiving downs. And Brian Robinson is the one that's going to take all the beatings on the goal line for McCaffrey. So I think that McCaffrey might get 57 receiving yards.
There's a real good
Wow,
chance.
there you go.
Just swing him outside, and he'll run
Yeah.
for 15 to
Oh,
20.
yeah.
Definitely bet on him to catch a pass on all the drives, too.
Yeah, bet
All
on
over
him
the
over
place.
Sky Moore.
Yeah.
Learned my lesson.
Game picks. I am going with
Seahawks.
Seahawks, yeah. I'm trying to remember my reasoning. I think it's because, well, first of all, the Niners are so depleted.
Yep.
Kyle Shanahan's another guy that I kind of have a hard time believing in once again after seemingly the league figured out all those systems. And then I think the Seahawks run game is going to be incredible. I think Sam Darnold can do enough with JSN, Cooper Kupp, Torrey Horton, and whatever tight end wants to be good. And this O-line is looking a little bit better, so I don't think the 49ers can cover the spread, and I think the Seahawks might even win.
Yeah, I'm right with you with the Seahawks. The 49ers are so depleted and hurt and kind of in shambles right now. There's a very good chance that they find it very quickly just because of Kyle Shanahan and a healthy Christian McCaffrey and obviously a healthy Brock Purdy and George Kittle. But beyond that, there's not a whole lot. So there's a chance they find it real quick. But for right now, I'm going to take the Seahawks in this Week 1 matchup at least.
I want my 49ers here because I just think the 49ers are the better team, straight up. And also, the 49ers might struggle to rush the passer, rush the passer this year. But I think their run defense is going to be really good. Obviously, Nick Bosa, more of a pass rusher, but he can stop the run at least a little bit. But on the other side is their rookie, Michael Williams. I think he's more of a run stopper than he is a pass rusher. Then in the middle, they drafted two guys named C.J. West and Alfred Collins. Those guys stop the run like nobody's business.
Oh, yeah.
And the Seahawks team's going to want to run a lot. So, and don't forget about Fred Warner manning the middle with whatever gets through the line. So I think that the 49ers, I think they're going to do enough to win by, maybe it's only 3, but that's enough for this line.
Sure. Lions at the Packers in an NFC North matchup here to start off Week 1. The Packers are favored 2.5 points. Hot motor coming into this one. Another rookie here, Matthew Golden. He is just going to be – I think he knows that he's like one of – I don't know, whenever they last took a first-round wide receiver. Like
2007, 2008.
Yeah, something like that. It's been a long time, and he was incredibly happy to be there, and I think that he's just going to fit right into that offense incredibly well and just elevate that offense even more and just give them that surefire number one receiving option. And I just think that he's going to be incredibly electric and just be all over the field and causing headaches for the still not very good cornerback room of the Lions.
Yeah, Terry Arnold's still there, so
He's
no,
still
they're not
there.
very good.
He's going to get cooked.
All the reports out of camp, basically immediately for Matthew Golden, he was like, boom, this guy's wide receiver 1 on the team.
Yeah.
What they were looking for last year and what Josh Jacobs wanted. So I hope he's happy this year.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Lions side, talk about the offensive line a little bit. We're going to talk about new left guard Christian Mahogany. It felt like literally every draft analyst said that after the 2024 draft that the Lions got an absolute steal in the 6th round in Christian Mahogany. He was projected to be a top 100 pick on the consensus NFL Big Board on NFL Mock Draft Database. He was drafted 210th.
Crazy.
Damn.
He started 3 years at Boston College, never had a PFF pass blocking grade below 76.0 or run blocking grade below 63.5. He played 144 snaps for the Lions in the 2024 season, his rookie year. So very small sample size, right? But he earned an overall PFF grade of 92.2 across those 144 snaps. This is the perfect piece to add to the starting offensive line after offensive guard from last year, Kevin Zeitler, left in free agency, and one of the best centers in the NFL retired in Frank Ragnow. This is a good piece to add is Christian Mahogany.
Lock of the game, Jahmyr Gibbs over 22.5 receiving yards. He had over 30 receiving yards in his last 6 games of the season. Whew. Reports are saying that he's been split out wide more, and he's even been working with the receivers to get him more involved in the passing game, work on his route running, all that jazz. And lastly, the new offensive coordinator, John Morton, who came from Denver, where running backs were heavily involved in the passing game, I think has all the intentions to get him more involved in the passing game, like the reports are saying. So give me over 22.5 receiving yards for Jahmyr Gibbs, and an offense that I think is going to struggle for the first half of the season, maybe longer, maybe shorter, without Ben Johnson there. Hence the reason why I'm going with the Packers here at home for minus 2.5. I just can't believe in the Lions here. I've been such a big fan of Dan Campbell and all the assistants and everybody that went with them. that I think that they're going to struggle. Like I said, the Packers have everybody returning, and they have a actual studly defense now. So Super Bowl contenders, and I think the Lions are on the downhill, Packers on the uphill. Give me Packers.
I don't think I'd say Lions on the downhill for me, but because I'm still a believer in the Lions and Dan Campbell, but for this, it came down to consistency for me. Like Carson said, the Packers have pretty much everyone returning, and who's not returning, it feels like they upgraded. So I got to go with the Packers here, at least in this week one, till the Lions maybe get some things figured out. If they need figuring out, we don't really know yet. Like, there's still question marks there, so I have to take the Packers here for consistency sake, and I think they just have more.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game, I think, because literally on both teams, I am only concerned about their corners. Mm-hmm. Everything else just looks great. Mm-hmm. And it helps to me that this game is in Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages I feel like in the sport. They're always loud and rowdy there. So I think that the Packers win this one by 3 or more.
The Texans are going to the Rams. The Rams are favored 2.5 points right now. I think as far as hot motor coming into this game, C.J. Stroud. I think he wants to come out. I'm sure he was not happy with last season, how that went for him, which is partly not his fault, partly obviously his fault. I'm sure he thinks he could do better, and I'm sure that drove him to do even more in the offseason to get himself trained up better, more practice, and to get the guys around him more practice as a whole unit. So I think he's going to be fired up, ready to lead this Texans team to a hopefully much, much, much better year than they had last year.
We'll go to the Rams side and talk about a sleeper. I already mentioned Sean Dolak in the linebacker room. Now we're going to talk about the green dot, Nate Landman. He was an Atlanta linebacker for his first 3 years. I think he's a 3-year. I think this is his 4th year. But the Rams don't heavily invest in the linebacker position in free agency. Landman's contract is 1 year for $1.1 million with just $75,000 guaranteed.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Now, he's never been some superstar by any means, so it's not like he deserves a huge contract. But he has played a lot of snaps over the past 2 seasons on the Falcons because Troy Anderson could not stay healthy. So over the past 2 seasons, Landman has accumulated 191 total tackles and 3 forced fumbles. He's earned a PFF run defense grades of 85.4 in 2023 and 73.9 in 2024. He's a tackling, hard-nosed player who may not stand out, but he does do his job. And like I said, now he's the green dot, so he's going to be right there, center stage.
It's got to be the cheapest green dot in the league.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah. The prop lock of the game.
Nice.
Matthew Stafford under 240.5 passing yards. He's been dealing with a lingering back issue all offseason, and I think he's secretly carrying that into the season as well as a 37-year-old or whatever he is. 38. I feel like the back's pretty important in football.
Yeah.
I see the Rams. I see the Rams trying to rely on Kyron Williams in the run game to avoid Matt Stafford overdoing it, taking a hit from these great edge rushers and Will Anderson Jr. and Danielle Hunter, and trying to throw against his young Studley secondary and D'Amico Ryans. So I think Matt Stafford under 240.5 should clear.
Agreed. I like it.
Going into the game picks, I just touched on why I think the Rams are going to struggle in this game, and that's why I'm taking the Texans here. I think the Texans really have something to prove after their down year last year. Their O-line is bad, but I think that they can game plan around that enough to get the ball out of C.J. Stroud's hands and into these playmakers' hands to hopefully put up some points. And then their defense is studly, like I just said, to hopefully hold off for the Rams.
Yep, that's why I took the Texans, too. I just love the Texans' defense. They're going to wreak havoc, and that'll be able to help C.J. Stroud on the other side, take some pressure off his back and that rough offensive line. But yeah, Texans all day.
Yeah, I think Texans said it in the season predictions show. I think they win like 13 games and a number 2 seed. I'm high on the Texans this year, and I am very surprised, and I feel disrespected for Houston that the Rams are favored here.
Yeah.
I think the Texans are the much better team top to bottom. And I think that week 1's going to reflect that.
Another big matchup here to start off the NFL season. The Ravens are going to the Bills. Bills are favored 1.5. I think a hot motor guy is going to be coming out, running incredibly hot. May not show it because he never does. He plays it cool. But I think Lamar Jackson here is going to be absolutely fired up after possibly getting disrespected for not a back-to-back MVP award last year because he had one of his best seasons. Of course, we all remember that, obviously. So I think he's just going to be just incredibly motivated yet again to hopefully push his team to the next level. Yeah.
Makes sense to me. I bet he is going to come out hot. Let's talk about one guy who's going to be blocking for him is left guard Andrew Voorhees. Very interesting story and journey to the starting job in 2025. He was projected to be a 4th-round pick right before the 2023 NFL Draft. Projected to be actually a top 100 pick before the 2023 Combine. He just kept dropping and dropping. Because at the 2023 Combine, he tore his ACL doing drills. Obviously, he went to the hospital in Indy to get this confirmed. He was given a knee brace. He goes back to the Combine the next day because he still wanted to compete in the bench press. He puts up the most bench press reps out of every single participant at the 2023 Combine. He put up 38 reps with leg drive from just one leg because the other was locked straight in a knee brace.
That's insane.
Attaboy.
Yeah, 38 reps. So he's obviously got the strength. He fell all the way to the 7th round in the draft to the Ravens. Rookie season was obviously all recovery from his ACL surgery. In 2024, he earned some snaps behind Ben Cleveland, and then Ben Cleveland's now gone. Now he's earned a starting job on the Baltimore Ravens for 2025, and he's obviously got the strength. So we'll see if he can play football again. I'm excited for him. It's a good story.
Love the story. Prop lock of the week, Josh Allen, or game. Josh Allen, under 236.5 passing yards. Now, I know this might be controversial because Josh Allen is Josh Allen, but hear me out. 2 matchups last year against Baltimore, which he's against in this game.
True.
He only threw for 127 and 180 yards.
Yeah.
Both games were away, and this one is home, but the secondary has only gotten better. Kyle Hamilton, healthy Nate Wiggins, and Marlon Humphrey return, but now they add Jair Alexander and Malachi Starks. I see them establishing the run against this weak D-line and rolling with a game plan for most of the game. And for that reason, Josh Allen will stay under 236.5 passing yards. Into the game picks. This is a tough one because both these teams are so elite, and it seems like it always comes down to the last possession in these type of games. But I'm going to go Bills because they're at home. Lamar Jackson's kind of been nursing an injury in camp lately. Just playing it safe, I'm sure. But Josh Allen's just so elite at home, especially not against the Chiefs. And, yeah, I see them getting the best of the Ravens here, but just barely.
I'm right with you. I think that Lamar Jackson is going to be motivated, but Josh Allen has not lost that motivation ever. He's been I know Kean's big fans of the Bills this year, and Josh Allen finally doing it, and I'm right there too. I just can't bring myself to bet against him in this close, big rivalry type of game, and him being at home is probably what pushes me over the edge here. But, yeah, I think that Bills will be able to squeak this one out.
Yeah, the Bills are my Super Bowl pick this year, and they are home in this game. But I think in terms of who's angrier coming into Week 1, Lamar Jackson might be angrier.
Maybe.
Because he lives in Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say because – okay, go ahead.
He got snubbed for MVP. And I think that after this game, I literally think the Bills go on like a 10, 11, 12-game win streak. Yes, yeah. I think that this is the final thing. Josh Allen's not – he's not an incessantly – is that right? He's not an incessantly angry guy, right? He doesn't like come into the games angry. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Good outlook on life. And but after this game, I think this sets him off because of all the things that I've laid out. I think that this is like the as I said,
the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yes, this is the straw that is going to, well, hopefully not break his back, but he's going to set him off. Yeah. But so I think the Ravens come out and win this game in Buffalo because I think that, honestly, they're the more talented team.
I can see that. The Vikings are going to the Bears.
Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football, the first Monday night game of the year. Vikings favored 1.5 on the road. I think I got another head coach here, of course. I think Ben Johnson. This is another guy who is going to be, obviously, going to a new team. His first head coaching role, he's kind of pushed it back, finally accepted a head coaching role this year. And I'm sure he finally just wants to be like, yeah, I can build a team, which he did. And I can prove that I know what I'm doing. And I can go out there and dominate with the guys I have. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Running hot going into this week. I'm sure he is. He doesn't really seem like a emotional guy. He doesn't show it a whole lot.
Very numbers guy.
Yeah, very numbers guy. But I'm sure those numbers are running hot in his brain right now. They're just bouncing everywhere in his brain. He's got so many things dialed up. I'm sure he's figuring out how to use them. He's probably incredibly excited.
No doubt. This guy could have been a head coach in the league 2 years ago.
Yeah,
he held
easily,
back.
yeah.
And he held back because he wanted to win with the Lions, and now he's ready. He had all these ideas. Like you said, ideas have been bouncing in his head for 2 years. Like, what am I going to do with my team? And now he's getting to do it. So staying on his team, going to the edge, because I am so concerned all the time with who's going to do anything across from Montez Sweat. So we're going with edge rusher Daniel Hardy. The edge I named as the team's X factor for 2025. Austin Booker was placed on short-term IR. But he had an insanely impressive preseason before getting hurt in week 2, and I was going to look so right. Because in less than 2 games, he had 9 pressures, 4 sacks, and 1 forced fumble in the preseason. And then he got hurt. I was like, oh my gosh. I was about to be right about something.
Going off, yeah.
So we've got to move down the depth chart to Daniel Hardy. 2022 7th-round pick by the Rams. This is his second season on the Bears. He had back-to-back impressive preseasons now, while Austin Booker was out there doing his impressive things. Hardy was also impressing quite a bit because in 2024 he had 14 pressures and 4 sacks in the preseason, and then in 2025 this year he had 8 pressures, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 1 batted down pass. He's got a big opportunity to help out in the edge rotation with Montez Sweat and Dayo Odeyingbo, especially in these first 4 games without Booker.
I've got a Monday Night Football special for you because I'm so fired up. For the prop locks of the week, I'm parlaying the 2 wide receiver ones under receiving yards. Justin Jefferson under 77.5 receiving yards. DJ Moore under 57.5 receiving yards for plus 122 parlayed. Chicago limited Jefferson last year, racking up only 100 yards across both games. And I see Dennis Allen doing the same, taking away the biggest weapon for rookie quarterback. J.J. McCarthy maybe only one of the only weapons right now with Jordan Addison on the suspension list or
whatever.
He was
driving drunk.
Yeah, driving drunk.
I'll have that.
I think Jalen Naylor is going through some injuries.
Yeah.
T.J. Hawkinson is just a tight end. If they can lock up J.J. or Justin Jefferson, I think they have a good chance to win. But J.J. McCarthy isn't the type to sling it and force it in there, so he'll more than likely take the easy completion. So 78 yards is a lot for someone possibly getting double-teamed all night, which I think Justin Jefferson is going to be. Then DJ Moore has actually been taking reps at running back in practice.
What?
Yeah. I know I'm digging in deep here, but maybe they don't really need or want him at receiver, hence the reason they're putting him at running back. Roman Dunze's coming on. Olamide Zaccheaus is looking a little too good. They just drafted Luther Burden, Colson Loveland. Cole Kmet is still there. It's actually more so probably because the injuries in the running back room. Kyle Monunga is still hurt. DeAndre Swift's really the only guy left there right now. But either way, I still see Caleb Williams struggling early on, and Rome is more of the downfield threat to rack up yards. So I'd take his yards over if I'm going for yards. But I think this offense is going to end up being pretty evenly spread out with no clear top target. So give me both the unders in what could be a hard-nosed NFC North, low-scoring Monday night affair. Into my lock of the week, Vikings minus 1.5, besting the Bears here. I don't believe in the Bears yet, once again. New coordinators, new head coaches take time to learn the system. Caleb Williams is still learning how to be an NFL quarterback and play in rhythm in a pocket. He still just wants to play hero ball a little bit and get out of the pocket. So I think the Vikings with J.J. McCarthy here and Kevin O'Connell is going to work his magic. They have the better defense. Brian Flores is going to cook. And give me the Vikings minus 1.5 to put the Bears in their place just as they're starting to get a little high on themselves.
I'm right on track with you. The Vikings have more consistency, like I talked about with the Packers. They got that incredible defense led by Brian Flores. I have no reason to doubt that J.J. McCarthy's going to be good with the record that Kevin O'Connell has with quarterbacks. I think they just are more put together right now, and the Bears are so fresh, there might be a little bit of a learning curve there. We just don't know.
Yeah, I think that Ben Johnson's system, from everything that we hear about it, is that it's complicated. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it works once you have it figured out, but it takes time to figure out, especially for a rookie quarterback or second-year quarterback now, and Caleb Williams, who really struggled his first year, and he had zero help. Mm-hmm. Like, he didn't even know what to look for whenever he's watching film. So I think it matters that this is going to take time to figure out, and it's going to be really hard to figure out week 1 against Brian Flores' blitzing, crazy defense coming at you. Yeah. So I just
And then in the NFC North, he's played against Ben Johnson twice a year for how long now? He already knows Ben Johnson's system.
Yeah.
And they say it changes every year, but it can only change so much. He should still know somewhat what to predict.
And he's going to be able to just terrorize a quarterback who's still learning the ropes of the NFL. So.
Exactly. Yeah, all his trick schemes and everything. He's going to think he has it figured out pre-snap. Snaps the ball. Everybody just drops and flies up everywhere. You're done.
Yeah.
You're done. All right, let's move into our last segment of the week here that we'll also be doing every week. The last top sports talk parlay of the week, or the LSST POTW.
Yes.
Easy to remember.
Easy to remember. Yeah, it's an easy acronym.
Catchy.
Yeah. So we each pick one of our favorite bets of the week, and that kind of have a little 3-leg parlay for the show. So, Kian, get us started.
Yeah, I'm betting Demario Douglas over his 31.5 receiving yard prop versus the Raiders. It's important to put the team on there because I had the guys talk. I don't think we were on air yet, but I was like, can you even name a starting corner on the Raiders? And no, I couldn't either because one of them is named Q Blue Kelly. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I haven't heard of that guy before.
Who?
And he's starting on the Raiders. And we know the magic behind Josh McDaniels' system with Julian Edelman and Danny Amendola and all these guys are obviously
Long gone.
slower.
Well, definitely
too,
slower, yeah.
Slower.
A little less athletic.
But I think that Demario Douglas, I think he's going to eat because he's just going to be an easy guy who can get open across the middle, especially against these Ravens corners. Just going to be an easy completion for Drake May, who is also still learning his way in the NFL and had to learn a new playbook this year.
Yep. My bet of the week that I like here, Daniel Jones, 25-plus rush yards.
You are all in.
I'm all in, baby. I mean, if we think back to whenever Daniel Jones was actually playing halfway decent football.
2021.
Yeah. This guy can run. Like, that's one of his things. He is legitimately a talented running quarterback, except when you get to about the 3-yard line and trip over your own feet.
Right.
You got 80 yards before that.
You
That's
got 80
over
yards
25.
before that. Yeah, that's over 25. This is realistically 2 rushes for Daniel Jones. Like, I'm sure he has not lost a step running, and no pun intended, but playing the Dolphins here with a defense that who knows what it's going to be.
I know.
Okay. Wow. Who knows what us normal folk think it's going to be. And I feel pretty confident that Daniel Jones can get 25-plus rush yards here. And you can get that plus money right now, plus 118.
And if nothing else, he might have to escape the pocket with these edge rushers coming after him, and then he's forced to run forward.
Yep, that's it.
And the system's already set up for a dual-threat quarterback in AR.
It is.
And 2022, Daniel Jones, good year, had over 700 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Wow.
Monster.
He's ready for it.
Yep.
I'm doubling down on Josh Allen under 236.5 passing yards against the Ravens. His record doesn't bode well against them for passing the ball, and they've only gotten better. So I think they're going to manufacture some run plays to get the run going. Overall odds for our parlay, plus 668.
Whew.
Put it in the book. It's a lock.
Yeah.
Yep. The LSST POTW.
Yeah.
Whoo, baby. That wraps our first Week 1 preview podcast. Week 1 preview.
Okay.
NFL right around the corner. I'm sure we're all excited. I'm sure you guys are excited. It's finally here. So, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about or talk about more, or what you guys think, what you're excited for.
Roast me about the Dolphins.
Roast Keen about the Dolphins.
Roast Cody about
Please.
the Colts.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
Please. This could go very bad, so it could be very hilarious. We hope you guys are excited as us. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it very much, and we'll catch you every week for that week 1, or not week 1, every week.
Weekly.
That weekly preview and all our bets and all this fun stuff. We're super excited for the season. Hope you are too. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.